My hand sinks into the sand as I lean towards Cain, closing the distance between us. Daringly, I tilt my head so that our faces are only inches apart. We're standing outside the cabin. It's almost midnight at this point. Cain got his camera with him as well as a small tripod. He definitely came prepared. Sarah and Kevin are staying behind, opting to go to bed early. We look up at the sky, and because there's still some light population from the nearby city, the stars aren't as bright. We need to go to a deserted part of the beach. At least the sky's clear, I muse out loud. Cain looks a little excited. That's my boy. Yeah, I'm hoping we'll be able to see it clearly with the naked eye. Well, let's find a good spot. I take out my phone to look at the best spot to view the stars and find out that's pretty close to us. About half an hour walk. That's reasonable. You ready? I ask. Cain throws his tripod over his shoulder. Damn right I am. Cain starts walking away from the cabin without waiting for me. I quickly run after him. He's so eager. Right before arriving at the beach, Cain stops and turns to look at me. Close your eyes, he says. Huh? Why? There's this lopsided grin on his face, so boyish and full of charm, because it'll look even better. Well, I can't walk when I can't see, I argue. Cain throws his camera around his neck. Freeing up one hand, he reaches for my own and grabs it. I'm thankful it's dark because that threw me for such a loop. It made my heart start to race. Cain's hands feels warm and soft. It's making me a little nervous. You're really going to guide me? I ask. Why, you don't trust me? For some reason, his question stumps me for a few seconds. Do I trust Cain? I mean, sure, when I first met him, it was apprehensive and on guard around him. I was worried he was going to steal him or get me into trouble. There's no point in denying that I didn't trust him at all at first. But now that I've gotten to know him, seen all of these different sides of him, I guess part of me has started to see him in a new light. That's why I close my eyes for him. Alright, but you better not ruin that trust, I warn him. There will be hell to pay if you make me walk into a tree. Cain sneers at the thought. I mean, I could, he trails off. Hey! Haha, come on, give me a little credit here. I'm not a douchebag. Cain then tugs at my hand, trying to get me to walk forward. A little hesitant, I take my first step forward. It's a little mysterious, unable to see anything, and simply focusing on Cain's hands as he pulled me towards the beach. My footsteps are slow and unsteady, sinking into the sand, sometimes stepping onto the seashells. The ocean waves are getting louder. Suddenly, every sense of mine is heightened. Even Cain's hand feels more intensive. I kind of really like it. Cain slows down his pace and I match it until we both come to a halt. Okay, this does seem like a good spot. Cain finally released my hand. So, can I open them? I asked, a little impatient. In a second. Let me set down my tripod and camera. I hear him scruffling in the background as I patiently wait for him to set up his equipment. Then I feel Cain wrap his hand around my wrist. He's tugging on it. Sit down. I lower myself down onto the sand, hearing Cain sit down as well. Now can I open them? I ask again. Go right ahead. Finally, I open my eyes. Whoa! That's so pretty! Oh my god, that's so pretty! Oh, I hate the beach, but you know, I never been to the beach at nighttime. Is this what you see at the beach at night? This looks so pretty. Oh my gosh, this looks like so. It looks so. Oh well, I mean, this is a game. I was gonna say watercolor, but I was like, this is a game, so but it probably won't be like this in real life. But looking at it, it's really beautiful. A gorgeous view greets my eyes. The sky is littered with stars. I never seen this many in my life. Me too. But the most breathtaking part of it all, the Milky Way, a patch of glowing dust stretching across the heaven, twinkling ever so slightly. I never seen the Milky Way with my own eyes before, but now that I have, it's so memorizing I can't tear my eyes away from it. The beach is deserted. We're the only ones here at the moment. Wow, I breathe out slowly. It's amazing. I never seen anything so gorgeous before. From the corner of my eyes, I see Cain slightly turn his head towards me. Yeah, pretty. My heart flips inside my chest. But you're not even gonna look at the sky? I'm so glad I got to see this with you. I'm so glad I got to see this with you, I say with a smile. I'm scared. Cain rubs the back of his neck, feeling timid. You're always saying cheesy stuff, he grumbles. Is there anything wrong with that? I guess not, he shrugs. I'm just not used to people being... Cain eyes meet with mine. Genuine. My heart skips a beat. His eyes are so gorgeous with this scary sky backdrop. I'm not lying. I'm really glad we came here together. He quickly looks away from me, trying to hide the blush on his face. Cain gets up from his spot and starts messing around with his camera. I'm going to take some pictures now. I wrap my arms around my legs, staring at the beautiful, scary skies. It really makes one feel insignificant, thinking about the fact that the Earth is just a little speck on the universe. The shutter of the camera closes as Cain takes his first picture. I hear the shutter several times in a row. He's taking a bunch of pictures, one after another. Wanna see? He asks, unable to hide his excitement. I get up from my spot and walk towards his tripod, staring at the little screen on his camera, showing the last picture he took of the sky. Wow, I didn't realize you could zoom in that far. I'm amazed at the detail the camera has captured. I'm using an ultra-wide angle lens. They can capture a lot in the skies, Cain explains. Oh, that's why it looks so detailed. I mean, I'm just using a budget lens. Your friend Sarah's the one who's the really expensive lens. I noticed the one she was carrying around. I honestly have no idea. I wouldn't be able to tell you how much anything costs, but regardless, those pictures turned out really good. Cain smiles at me, happy that I'm showing interest in his hobby. Oh, you're welcome. Want to see something cool? Sure. Cain goes back to fiddling around with his camera settings, then presses down on the shutter button. I can hear the camera whirling for a few seconds before the shutter finally closes. I just took a long exposure picture of the stars, which means Cain shows the last picture he took. The stars have turned into a streak across the sky. That's so beautiful. Oh wow, that's neat. They look like shooting stars. For a while, Cain remains quiet as I study the picture. The sound of the ocean has a relaxing effect on me. I feel so at ease with Cain, out here on the beach. Do you think, he starts in a quiet voice. I turn my back to look at him. Do you think I could take a picture of you? I'm surprised he asks. Seeing the expression on my face, Cain immediately shakes his head at me. I mean, you wouldn't be able to see your face or anything, really, just your silhouette. No one would be able to tell it's you. I think it'll look really cool against the Milky Way backdrop. He rattles off in a rushed voice. Slow down. It's okay, I reassure him. You could take one. Cain looks relieved. But why don't we take one together? I think that's what would look rather romantic, he says. Surprised he called it romantic. My heart ends up beating faster. The thought of taking a romantic picture with Cain is definitely messing with my hormones. Oh my god, girl, keep it together. Cain looks down at the sand, unable to meet my gaze. He stutters. Never mind, that sounds stupid. It's not stupid. I think it sounds romantic too. For a brief moment, Cain remains still. Awkwardly, he spins around and presses a few buttons on his camera into complete silence. Then he quickly walks towards the ocean. He beckons me to follow. I catch up to him, standing next to his side. It's on a timer. 6 seconds left, he explained. What do you want me to do? I asked, a little unsure. Nothing. Just be you. Me? What do you mean? Cain reaches for my arm and pulls me in closer. Here, stand close to me. The camera snaps the picture. Cain doesn't even bother answering me as he dashes towards the camera to look at the picture. I start walking in his direction as well. Huh? He says in surprise. Look over his shoulder to see the picture. There are two dark silhouettes against the scary starry sky. We're not in the center, so we're not the focus of the picture, but it looks really nice. Because the camera took the picture as Cain was pulling me closer, it looks like he just got his arm around my waist. We look like a couple. It's a rather romantic picture, and I sort of really want it to be a wallpaper on my phone. Not my usual style, but it turned out pretty good. Can I have that one? I ask. Cain raises his eyebrows but then smiles at me. Sure, no problem. Gotta wait till I'm home at my laptop though. I'm a little sad to think about going home at this moment. This entire day has been so much fun. I don't want it to end yet. Cain ends up spending a little more time getting the shots he wants, while I sit in the sand, watching him work diligently. He's got a surprisingly large amount of passion behind his hobby. Watching the stars like this, I'm inspired too. That fashion show I was going to enter, I think I know what theme I want to make now. The stars have always been beautiful to me, but this time it's totally captured my imagination. And it's also because Cain's with me. it wouldn't feel the same without him. Cain finally plops down onto the sand with me. Done taking pictures, I ask? Yeah, I got a ton. I'm satisfied. I lean back to look up at the sky. I can stay and stare at this for hours and not get bored. What a day it's been, I murmur stuffily. Ugh. Cain also looks up. It feels much longer than usual. We stay quiet for a bit, lost in our thought. Cain pulls his leg up to his chest, and then takes a small breath. You asked me today why did you write? I nod my head at him, wondering why he brings this up. Whoa, my god! Cain leans his chin on the top of his knees, staring at the gorgeous views in front of him. Bullies. Bullies? I repeat. Slowly he turns his face toward me, peering at me through his long lashes. He got this vulnerable look on his face, as if he's afraid I'll judge him. Bullies. Ah, you thought that would help you deal with them. Yeah. Seeing the look on his face, however, sounds like it didn't help out much. My heart aches for him. I know how it feels. I really wanted to share some of my own memories. You know, I used to get bullied in middle school. King raises both his eyebrows at me. He looked genuinely surprised. Really? Why? Why indeed? I don't know. Sometimes I guess I was too pushy and bossy. Other times I was too timid and weak. I could never get it right. People will tell me I was too stuck up, and if I try to be nice, they'll tell me to speak up more. I couldn't win. I flashed him a fat smile. You're not the only one with a bully past, you know. I didn't know. You look so great at dealing with people. No. Just because somebody looks good at handling with people doesn't mean that they haven't suffered in the behind the scenes. It wasn't like that from the start. It took a lot of courage and hard work to get that self-confidence back. Yeah. I feel the same way. I'm still trying to work that back up too. And people are still saying I have issues, like unable to accept criticism and whatnot. Those couple of years were definitely lonely for sure. He looks right at me, his gaze then faltering. Yeah, lonely, he whispers softly. A peaceful moment stretches between us, with the ocean waves filling up the silence in the background. We're both staring at the twinkling stars in the night sky. I recall my own memories when I was younger and didn't have any friends. It was a painful period for me, but luckily that changed when I entered high school and I tried my best to make friends. But the memories of being an outcast will forever linger with you, which is why I empathize with King so much. Today I direct my gaze upon him once more. Asking me to join today, just thanks. It was fun. A warm feeling shot through my body, forced me to break out into a smile. Yeah, I had fun too. I'm glad I asked you to come. King finally lifts his chin up from his legs, staring at me. Why did you invite me? Because I like being with you. I wanted to have fun. I want to be straight with you. Because I like being with you. Cain immediately ducked his head away from me, an incredibly expression on his face. I can tell he's bright red, trying to cover it up. What? How can you say it like that? He demands to know. Say it like what? Whenever you say yeah, stuff like that, I can't tell if you're being serious or not. You're so hard to read. Cain signs loudly. You confuse me. I'm not trying to confuse you. I'm being honest. Is that such a foreign concept to you? Yes, he immediately replies. Even though that weird thing you did oh my god. Even that weird thing you did where you went back to pay for the ice cream when you could have easily gone away with it. I didn't even realize people like you existed. Jeez, way to make me sound like some rare specimen, I say while pouting. How do you do it? He asks. Do what? How do you stay so nice to people even though they aren't in return? I close my mouth, I'm mulling over the answer. Does he want to know about my moral compass? Why I returned to pay for the ice cream even though I could have scored some free stuff instead? I mean, you said it yourself. You got bullied too, so I don't get it. Cain looks down at the sand with a forlorn look. People treating me like crap doesn't give me the right to treat others the same. It really isn't that hard, Cain. You just treat people the way you want to be treated, and that's it. Yeah, there's some shitty people in this world. I've been bullied in the past, and even in the present, I still have to deal with them sometimes, but that's no excuse to do the same. Cain stays quiet, his eyebrows knitted together in a very defined frown. He lost in his own thoughts. I can't do that, he mumbles. It's not like I'm a good enough person or anything. That's not true. I know deep down you're the same. Deep down? Cain doesn't believe a word I say. I mean, think about Chelsea. She humiliated you and made your life miserable, no? King grits his teeth at me. Yeah, so? And yet you still helped her out. You could have chosen not to, but hey, you did. I put my shoulder into Cain's, giving him a reassuring smile. See, you're a good person too. He turns his head slightly towards me, flashing me a tiny, bashful smile. He's like a little puppy, and I kind of want to hug him. Let's hug the puppy. I think that has more to do with the fact that you were the one that asked me to help her, he admits. I don't think I would have helped her if I were alone. He stares at me, a smile appearing. But you, on the other hand, you would. You're crazy. Then he chuckles, a sound that lifts up my heart as if I'm soaring through the night sky. Crazy and amusing. My cheeks feel like they're on fire as Cain compliments bounces around in my chest like a bunch of endorphins being released. I'm not able to keep eye contact with him, feeling quite happy hearing that, coming from Cain. Yume? I feel bad for dragging you into my mess. The time in Boomar, I mean? Pretending to be your girlfriend, you mean? Cain shakes his head. No, I mean... He looks at me, his eyes clear as stars in the background. For randomly forcing a kiss on you. He then shyly turns away, rubbing the back of his neck. Aw, that part. I forgot all about that, to be honest. You already apologized for that, I believe. I know, but... Cain rests his chin on top of his knees again, letting me out a deep sigh. That wasn't cool of me. Honestly, well, I was annoyed at the time that he kissed me out, because I am over that anger now, right now. Well, God, did I just read that twice? It's okay, I reassure him. I would have liked the heads up next time. I forgive you. I will like a heads up next time. Sure. Wait, what? Cain's eyes grow large. Next time? I shrug and smile at him. I'm not going to deny I want there to be a next time. Only this time around, I want it to be mutual. What? He repeats in a flushed voice. My hand sinks into the sand as I lean towards Cain, closing the distance between us. Daringly, I tilt my head so that our faces are only inches apart. Kay can't help but stare at me like a deer caught in headlights. He's turning redder with the second his face matching his hair. I said I would like a heads up next time. Ask me or something. Ask? Cain gulps. I nod my head. What if you say no? There's only one way to find out. I smile mischievously at him. She's so bold. Cain's mouth drops open, but no words come out. He seems rather shocked at my assertiveness, but I'm not backing down. Whoa, I move just the tiniest bit closer, our nose almost touching. I can feel his breath on my face. I can count the freckles on his cheeks. He looks so frightened and embarrassed. I love seeing this side of him. He said, can I? Oh, I'm fangirling. This is so precious. Look at him pouting. And now they're in the gallery. Okay. You what? I tease him. Then suddenly his eyes glaze over, as if he's suddenly not afraid anymore. He tilts his head to the side, leaning closer, his lips only barely touching mine. My heart is literally beating so fast, literally beating like... Can I kiss you? He asks in his husky voice. Oh God, yes! Wow. Oh no, they cheated me. They cheated me out of a kiss. That's okay, it looks pretty. They cheated me, that's fine. I answer his question by closing my eyes and finally pressing my lips against his. Cain immediately responds to my touch, pushing back like he's been hiding his inner feeling all this time, and right now they're out in the opening. He breaks apart just long enough to take in a large breath before he hungrily snatches my lips again. Unable to leave them alone for too long. This is not PG-13. God, the sound of the waves, ocean waves, drown into the background as my mind starts spinning. Cain's lips feel so warm and nice against mine. It's like he's breathing life into me. What the freak is she saying? My heart can't stop speeding up. I've been lying awake in bed at night, thinking about this moment. Now that it's here, I don't want it to stop. I grabbed the front of Cain's shirt, keeping him close to me. Our lips pull away, but then they're back together, as if they're magnetic. Each kiss is like a shock, so electrifying, so freeing. A hand creeps up my back until Cain buries it into my hair, cupping my head. He pushes me closer, clumsily trying to press every inch of our lips together. He's shaking. I can feel his entire body quake with nerves and excitement, but I'm the same way. Every movement, every touch is driving me crazy. I knew this was coming. Then Cain stops, leaving my lips alone. Oh my god. He fluttered his eyes open, watching me with a glimmer in his eyes, not moving away from his position. He rests his forehead against mine, and we both take in a deep breath. Cain lifts his own lips and acts like it seems so extremely sexy to me right now. She's so damn bad. She's so damn bad. I'm so embarrassed. I'm getting secondhand embarrassment. Slowly, he raises his other hand and softly presses his thumb against my bottom lips. His cyan eyes are focused on my mouth. He's quivering all over as if he's afraid this can all go wrong, but he doesn't have control over his action anymore, neither do I. He brushes over my lips, then gently tugs it down so that my mouth parts open. I let out a breath that I've been holding. His thumb feels so warm. And this episode. Then he closes the gap between us again, his mouth on mine to one to more. Except this time he plunges into my open mouth with his slick tongue. That silver tongue that had so many things to me. What? That said so many things to me. It's now slithering against mine, exploring my stomach's hurting. Oh, this is too much. It's unrefined and surprisingly gentle. Cain's movement indicates he doesn't know what he's doing. But one thing is for sure, Cain isn't letting go until he laps up all of me with his tongue. It's one thing to read this in my head, but reading this out loud is making me so embarrassed and queasy that I'm just, wow. I rolled my tongue against his, causing a deep moan to emerge from Cain's throat. Oh god, I didn't even know he could sound like that. Okay, if I can't even handle this, I'm imagining all the BL's games I'm gonna play in the future, and I'm dreading it. Slick and moist, Cain touches me in a place that sends shivers and shock down my spine. This is so erotic, it's hard to keep my breath steady. Ugh. And his tongue slips out of my mouth, leaving only a void I don't know existed. Please. I know I've been waiting for this, but I just wanted to stop. I blink open my eyes at him, just in time to see Cain pushing his hand against my shoulder, urging me to lie down in the sand. Whoa, wait a second. No, this is too, no. He climbs on top of me and captures my lips with a loud grunt. No, this is PG-13. PG-13. I wrap my arms around the back of his neck, locking him in place. I love the feeling on him on top of me. The warmth of his body feels like a protective blanket. Cain holds the side of my face with his hands, lustfully nibbling on my lips. Cain sucks so hard on them that I feel. Wait, sucks what? What is he sucking? What? Wait. Oh, her hands. Okay. I had to read that again. Cain's. Oh, wait, what? I feel my blood rushing towards the surface. His tongue licks the bottom with a heavy breath, begging me for entrance. Oh, God. Who am I to deny it? He steals my breath away as we exchange strokes with our tongues. Oh, they know what they're doing with this. I'm locked with him in this endless kiss, making everything I feel for Cain even more heightened. Then he retreats, hovering over my body as he stares at me with this wanton expression. I never seen that look on his face, but I decided in this moment it's my favorite one so far. The ocean suddenly grows louder until I realize a wave rushes over my arm, pulling me back into reality and breaking the spell Cain has cast on me. I shrieked and quickly got up, flinging Cain off of me, escaping the small wave of water. My arm got wet. Cain sits in the sand, a little dazed. He sees the water dripping from my hand, and then we exchange a look. I crack a grin at him. He grins back. Don't grin at me, please. His delighted expression makes my heart flutter wildly. I extend a hand to Cain. Come on, we should get back now. King sets my hand, but instead of getting up, he pulls me down. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I tumble forward and crash into his chest, cradle in his lap. Flustered, I look up at him. What? King cuts off my word with his mouth, giving me a tender kiss. It's short and chaste compared to what we were doing before, but it doesn't stop my heart from beating 1,000 miles a minute. He leans back, gazing at me, taking all of me in those silent eyes. My room with a spring in my step. The night is just beginning. Coming? I call after. I call back to. Fine. I can't imagine the DLC. Like, the DLC is, like, rated 18 and plus, and there's, like, some heated scenes in there, so... maybe I'll play that behind closed doors. Check what... He swanters in after me. I can hear my heart beat in anticipation when I enter the small room. The double bed stares back at me. I was supposed to be sharing it with my best friend, Sarah. Instead, I'll be sharing it with Cain, whom I have become very acquainted with in the past hour. Okay, I should probably not let my thoughts go haywire. It doesn't need to turn into anything. We're just sleeping. Probably. I reach for my bag. Look, you guys are not even officially dating, so I don't think anything past kissing should be, going past through, just establish some things. Because, doing it on the first night, first day is kind of crazy to me, but that's just me. I reach for my bag that's next to my bed and pull out my nightgown. I hold it close against my body, then my eyes lock into Kane's, who's awkwardly standing near the door. Can you, turn around, I ask? Kane sees the nightgown in my hand, and then he quickly whirls around. I'll just go brush my teeth, he mumbles. He hastily exit the room. Now that I got some privacy, I'll dress into my nightgown. It's pretty thin and very short. If I bent over just a little bit, I'm pretty sure you would be able to see my butt. What the freak? Do people still... I mean, my mom wears nightgowns. I mean, like, regular nightgowns. Like, she wears, like, a long dress. But I just wear regular sleeping clothes, like a t-shirt and some pants. I don't understand. Like, I'm trying to be comfortable when I sleep. I don't understand people doing so extra for their bed. Like, are you gonna, like, do it with your bed? Like, what's going on? Whew. I was expecting to sleep with Sarah, so I didn't really think about appropriate sleepwear. I mean, what is she talking about? Now that there's a guy in the mix, it feels really intimate. I pull it down a little, slightly cursing at it for being short. This is making me really nervous. Cain enters the room again, loudly clearing his throat. Then I catch him looking at me, his gaze going from head to toe, and I suddenly feel way more naked than I really am. I hold in my breath as I feel like he's silently undressing me with his eyes. With rosy cheeks, Cain look away. Hey, don't just blush after blatantly checking me out. Bathroom's free, he grumbles. Not wanting to stay there a second longer with my very short nightgown, I hop onto the bedroom to flee towards the bathroom. We're just sharing a bed. I don't need to act so on edge. But we kissed it too. That was such a roller coaster of emotions today. It's done! Wow, 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 wow. That was a crazy, crazy episode. That was really intense. There was so much going on. Oh, jeez. Oh my god. I was really looking forward to that. So that's crazy.